Greetings, citizens from the rolling hills of the bluegrass. I can't remember exactly where I saw it, but there was a take on the Chicken Little story. And it took a very dark turn. And I could be imagining this. It may not have even existed and only come into my mind once I thought of this little video here. But in this version of the Chicken Little story, the protagonist states, sky is falling, and people don't believe him. Does it again, sky is falling. But instead of Chicken Little, the story really is about perseverance and believing in yourself and knowing what you believe and standing by it. It's a moral story of surety in your own competence and your own ability to understand reason, to reason the world. But in this version of it, after I think the second or third time Chicken Little is ignored, oh, crazy little bird, you don't know what you're talking about. Chicken Little goes inward and starts to doubt, gaslight himself, starts to not believe the things that he saw, and then is only vindicated when those bad things happen and everyone dies. That pessimism sits on him and almost drives him insane, because here he is, look, the sky is falling, and no one pays attention. Right? Take out the sky is falling, and it's someone yelling out by themselves, look at this information, look here. We don't want it. You're crazy. That'll drive you insane, because you can see something, and it's real. You know it's real. You can't deny it in and of yourself. You've seen it, you've read it, you've written it, whatever. You've seen this thing, and you have this information. And when you give it out to people, they dismiss it, and it drives you crazy. Now, if it's a one-time thing, that manifests itself in frustration. And if it's nothing of any real great import, but it's still new information, you just eventually, go, whatever. Okay, fine. People don't believe me, whatever. But if it's something of a level, of a great level of importance, cultural changing importance, and you point it out, and people still don't believe you, or they believe you up until a point, and then once you start saying other things, they go, oh, that's nice. Yes, dear. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, sure, okay. And then you hear the door close behind you as you're still talking, telling all of this information, and the room has emptied. What do you do? Well, you just keep talking. That's again, it goes back to the Chicken Little thing of being sure and self-confident and everything. But the louder you get, the more people ignore you. Right? It started out being, oh, well, that's neat. That's information. And it's like, okay, calm down. All right. Well, now you've gone too far. Dozens of people have done this. And you may wonder why I'm making this video. And those of you who are maybe on the inside to have our own little in-group thing will know what I'm talking about. The video that came out today. The information that has been around for decades, told by dozens of people. People who are called kooks and conspiracy theorists, for pointing these things out. People for whom time is not relative. We understand that things in the past play through to the now. and can have those impacts without us realizing it. Dozens of people have done this, have given you information, have pointed things out, and they have been ignored. So why? Why? Disbelief? Failure of imagination? Maybe the information goes against my worldview and I don't want to hear that. Well, how does that play out today in the way that we're polarized? Now it's really going to get dismissed. Now you're really going to be thrown out the door. Get out of here, you bum. Crazy guy. But it's true. It's true. Arrogance of modernity? Maybe. We've moved beyond these things. And I'm being very cryptic about the video that I'm talking about. And the reason why is because I don't want this person to be discredited. I want this person to succeed. To point out these things so that we can go, aha! Here is a nexus of some of the problems we've got going on. Because there's a lot of them. This is not a giant basket that holds all the evil in the world and we just have to shake it and throw it in the river. No. There are myriad of nexi, whatever you call, that contain this information. And that all come together with the social justice and the critical race theory and the postmodernism and all of this other stuff that is kind of formed into a mass and is now thumping at the door of civilization saying, let us in, let us in. But this has been forming for years. Under various things in different languages, in different brains of different colored human beings, white, black, brown, whatever. It comes from all over the world. And there have been people from all over the world of different colors with different languages and different minds saying the same thing. Look, something's happening and this is where it started. And there have been thousands and millions of people probably who have said, you're crazy. You bum. So if you are someone, and I'm not going to call you a truth teller because that immediately brings on the very religious elements that are being talked about in the video, or more spiritual elements, philosophical elements, the metaphysics, right? How many other words can I throw in here? How many of those people went absolutely crazy after telling their information? How many of you right now know a lot of things about the social justice warriors, about critical race theory and postmodernism? You've read the books, you've listened to the lectures, you've done all of that, and you tell people and they go, oh, okay. Right, this is kind of the Galt moment. If you want to go Randian with this. This is the Galt moment. You've told people, you're like, here, look. And they dismiss you and you're going to go, well, then why am I even here? Why am I even in this space with you? Why am I going to occupy this space where you're going to dismiss me so because it may seem absurd to you, the information that I'm giving, but it's true. It becomes the let's find a place. Let's find a little mountaintop. Let's find a wide open plains where there's no one and go to it. And just be. And just ask everyone else, okay, that's fine. You deniers and you naysayers, just, that's fine. You wouldn't listen. Just do your thing, and we're going to go over here and we're going to do our thing. We're going to leave one another alone. But the thing is that those naysayers and deniers aren't going to leave you alone. You're perfectly well and fine to say, okay, we're pulling out. We're doing an Amish. We're doing a Mennonite. You're not going to listen to us. We can't live like you. We're just going to go over here. But they won't do it. And this is the thing. This flips. And this is how they view you. Like, think about someone who's a climate denier. Ooh. Or someone who doesn't believe in social justice. Ooh. Oh. Yes. They would like you to leave. Or change your mind. Well, you're not going to change your mind, so you need to leave. But then they won't let you leave. So then you have to change your mind, or you have to do other things, which we won't talk about. So you've been denied, you've been dismissed, but you've still got this information rattling around in your head, and you got to tell somebody. So you go to the internet and you scream at people in chat sections and comment sections and on vlogs and YouTubes and in videos, and you have all of these things where you go and you try to get this information out there, and still no one believes you. How long would you keep your sanity? How long? Like, imagine this. There's a doctor who finds the cure for most cancers, but no one believes them. They're like, we've got this treatment. It's rooted in science. We found the proper chemicals that allow the body to go after these cancerous cells. We know what it's going to do. We've tested it. And the FDA says, yeah, we don't believe so. You have not proved it to us. What would you do? You're the doctor. You've seen the results. You've seen the advances that these things can do. The peoples whose lives this medicine has saved, and the FDA says no. Do you just let people die? No. You flee to some other country. We have doctors, and not in the medical sense, and not in the educational sense with a PhD or an ED at the end of their name. I'm talking about teachers, doctors, who have given us information and it's been dismissed and kicked to the side. And in the end, we wonder when the bad things happen, why they happened. You know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You just laugh. You got to laugh because it becomes just insane. And I've used insane too many times already in this little video. I was meaning for this thing maybe to be about 10 minutes, and here I am pushing 15. You lose your mind. So the thing is if you support these people who are fighting out against, the CRT, the wokeism that is sweeping the nation right now, if you support the people speaking out against this, and I mean everybody, right? We have a nice contingent of all shades of humanity finally coming out and going, hey, this is crazy. Yes, you're correct, sir. Thank you for saying that. Ma'am, I am glad you're here. There are people out there who are saying these things now. You got to get out there and support them. You got to get out there and show them we're with you. You don't have to go insane. We're listening. So please, find the people that you enjoy listening to and do everything you can, legally, everything you can to help boost their voice along with boosting your own. Because you need to be in this too. Right? This microphone, $60. It might take you 6 weeks, take $10 out of your paycheck every week, every other week, maybe take 20, a couple of months. You can buy this microphone and then you can do this. You can say these things and espouse your opinions. So support the people who are yelling right now, but also realize you can be yelling as well. So get out there. Come on. Talk to us. Do something. Say your piece. Even if you only make one video. One video. That's enough. Because you've then had your chance to say, here's my opinion on it all. And then you might make 2, 3, and 4, and then one day we'll be yelling for you. Go get them.